As always, it's so nice to see you. I'm so excited to see what we're going to be doing here. Here we are to tune. Here's my E, here's my A, here's my D, here's my G, here's my B, and here's my other E. Our new chord for the week is a E major. What we're going to do is we're going to take our first finger. The first note's going to be on the G string, which is our third string. When you're counting from the top, which is the furthest away from you, you have your E as your high, one string, your B is your two string, and G as your third string. So you're gonna put your first finger on the first fret for the G sharp, because you're going to be sharpening that open note to the first fret. Then all of your fingers, because of our spider exercise, should fall into place. You're gonna wanna lay down your G sharp and then your middle finger on your B note. And we can find that by looking at this fifth string as being the open A. A goes to A sharp or B flat, and then when I go up and sharpen it one more diatone, one more half step, it becomes a B. So the E, B, and then that finger right there above that is the E as well. It's a double E from your E. So you've got one E, two E, and then your top E. The fifth comes into play when you're dealing with having the B, because the B in the key of E is your fifth. So you've got your first, your fifth, and your third. When you take away your third, you make a E minor. What I'd like you to practice doing is playing your E major and your E minor over and over and over and over and over again, like we talked about, but use different fingerings. First time through, just get used to the E major and the E minor. First finger on the G sharp, it's a pointy note, not a flat note. Our second finger on the B note, which is on the second fret with our second finger, and then our third note is going to be the E note on the D string on the second fret right above the B note. When you play that out, you get a major. And if you take off your third scale degree, your first finger, you get a E minor, major, minor, major. Hear that? Now let's take our first finger off, put our second finger where our first finger just was on the G sharp, take our second finger that was on the E and move it down to the B note, and then put our pinky on the fretboard. I know your pinky right now is doing this number where it's flippity flopping back and forth like a doe standing up in the winter. Believe me, it will get easier the more you play this. What's going to happen is your chords are going to look like this: E major in the first position, E major in the second position. We're going to have you move that up a half step and barring chords to play F major, F sharp major, G major, G sharp or A flat, A, B flat or A sharp, so on and so forth, B, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, all built off of this E chord, which keeps moving up depending on where I put the chord. When I teach you an A major, when we flatten the third, your third will actually, that shape will look a lot like your E major for your A minor, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. What we're doing right now is learning the caged system. You already know the D. You apparently already know the C, because we learned that today, and then, or you learned that on your own. And then the E major. Those are three vital parts. The next two parts that we're going to be putting together are going to be the A major and the G major. Both of these can be played in different fingerings. Generally not the pinky, but I have done it once or twice. It just gives you muscle memory and makes it stronger. And then the G major can be played in a couple different ways. You can use the E. This is the beginning of the cage, how your E, F, F sharp, G can be played barring, or it can be played open, because you know all chords are made out of triads, all right? If I take away a note, I might get a seventh. If I add a note, I might get a suspended chord, but all chords are made with triads. So this week, you're gonna be playing the E major, getting your different fingerings down pat, and giving it a little bit of rhythm. How about this? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Get ready for the switch. There's the switch. If you can't do the switch that fast, guess what we do? We slow it down. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Get ready for the switch. 1, 2, 3. Get ready. Here it is. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. And believe me, 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes at night, you'll be able to play the E, the D, the C, the A, the B, and all these. And we're going to get you working on scales with the C major next week. And I'll explain the whole hoopla about open C, C starting with the second finger. And then C starting with the first finger. Sorry, some of those notes were wrong. It sounded Mixolydian to me. There we go. But I can explain to you what that means. Anywho, it was great seeing you this week. We'll see you next week. Aloha.